you're a fan of Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Collector from childhood.
Oh, yes, absolutely. It's in my blood.
So,
I was 3 when the first one came out.
Empire was my very first Star Wars I saw in the theater. Yeah.
Mine, I believe mine too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe I saw... It might have even been Jedi that I saw in the theater. I have a very distinct memory of coming in late to Jedi, and I was so mad that we came in late, but I came in where 3PO and R2 are walking up to, in the sand, up to Jabba's palace. And so for the longest time, until my dad ripped VHS, copy off of HBO of Return of the Jedi, I didn't even know what the beginning of that movie was. So there's like a whole beginning scene, if I remember right.
You missed
that I completely missed.
Darth Vader arriving to the Death Star 2
exactly,
and saying the Emperor is coming here.
There you go.
Yeah.
No idea. As a huge Star Wars fan, no clue, because we didn't have a whole lot of money. It was a treat to go at Albany Theater downtown, if I remember right, and we walked in and we were late, and that was my first shot. So I actually think Jedi was the first one I saw in the theater. But the rest of it was, VHS rented copies from the video store, kids. The video store. That's why I get dad rolls. So
we had it hard though back then because they didn't used to release films like normal. They would hold on to those suckers for like a couple years.
Yeah,
and to
absolutely.
even get out to the video store.
Yep.
It was like an event when Empire came out. It was like, hey, it's Thanksgiving. It's, watch it. Don't own it. You can watch it, though, at the rental store.
And then you'd go to the rental store wanting to watch that movie, and it's gone. There's only 3 copies, and they're all gone. And now you got to get something crappy.
Yeah.
Now you got to go get, Kroll.
Under the Rainbow.
Yeah.
It's on cable already. So from your ranking, let's do rankings here for Star Wars movies. What is like least to favorite in all of the
Least?
Yeah, let's go do like all of them, even Solo and Rogue One. Let's do all of them.
That's hard. I would put least as I don't even have an order for them. 7, 8, and 9.
Okay.
I don't even have an order. They all qualify as least equally. I do not care.
Okay.
Sorry. Not sorry.
Sure.
And I have strong reasons why. After that, I would say episode 1.
Yeah.
Then episode 3. Then probably Solo. Working up here.
Okay.
Then episode 2.
Was better than episode 3?
Yes. I personally think so.
Okay.
There are moments of episode 2 that are interminable and needed to be condensed, and horrible dialogue and XYZ. But I am a huge fan of the Clone Wars, the animated series.
Yeah.
That is my blood, right? That is what renewed my faith in the entire franchise after episodes 1, 2, and 3.
Dave Filoni.
Dave Filoni saved Star Wars. Single-handedly. And so episode 2 has a lot of meat in it that helps you understand episode 1 and informs episode 3. So for me, episode 2 is better than 3.
Sure.
Which I think a lot of fans in my circle disagree with me on.
Sure.
And perhaps you do.
I don't entirely disagree with that. Episode 2. Okay.
Right. So, 2 over 3. Let's see, where do we live? Then it would have to be Jedi, then episode 1. Well, not episode 1. Sorry.
New Hope?
4, A New Hope.
Okay.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
It's called Star Wars. Okay. Then, it's hard, but Rogue One.
Sure.
Second best Star Wars movie in my opinion. Empire is number 1.
Yeah. Probably a lot would agree upon.
Rogue One, when we saw it in the theater, we were both, me and my wife, huge, long-time, everything Star Wars fans. just bawling for like the last dozen minutes at least, just knowing and the weight of it all and understanding what was about to happen. It was just tore us apart. And to this day, when I watch that movie, I am still weeping every time that final scene, not the final scene, but when death is coming.
Death Star hits the planet.
It's just beautiful. And I'm not an expert like you. I don't study cinematography and the shots and the this and that, but it just speaks to you. You know,
yeah. The music really hits you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's gorgeous. So,
yeah.
what about you? What's your
my favorite top rank?
Yeah.
So I had opinions on the new trilogy. I definitely did. I think at the bottom, Solo, because that's a movie I will never see again.
Okay.
It was fine. It was okay, but I will never watch it again. I would say The Phantom Menace. I cannot watch it entirely. My attention span, I just will watch it in bits if I ever want to get into a marathon of it.
Right.
Rise of Skywalker. I think I could still watch it. It's on an entertainment value, but it's a terrible, like just the story, the way it was put together.
Is that the second one?
It's the third one, yeah.
The
Because
third one.
the JJ was trying to save
Okay, yeah.
Last Jedi, basically. And then I would put, Rise of Skywalker. I'm trying to put the worst ones. And then I think just in viewing order, I think I would put Force Awakens, Star Wars, Rogue One, Return of the Jedi, Star Wars, New Hope, and then Empire, if that makes sense. Yeah, and I don't know, the new trilogy, the first one was, I felt I love the fact that they got the aesthetics right. Everything looked like the Empire, the sets. They were able to get that feeling like it was a Star Wars movie at least. Killed off Han in a horrible way.
Yes.
Like the Emperor, basically, they killed him off like a villain.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert by any chance, if you haven't seen it already. Sorry I didn't mention that earlier. And then Last Jedi, I felt like, it's like nobody outlined the new trilogy. Nobody sat down and said, okay, this is the outline for, like they did with Lord of the Rings. It's like, we're going to just stack sequel upon sequel.
Right.
We're going to give Ryan the reins to kind of do what he wants. Fine, cool, I respect that. But then they're like, okay, we've got to fire that other guy. JJ, can you come back here and save this?
Mm-hmm.
And it was not savable, and it was so sloppily put together.
For me, I'm a role player. I am a gamer. I am a pen and paper role player. Okay, I am a game master. I have been running a Star Wars campaign that has been in some form or another since I believe 2006, with several of the same group members. And my initial one was the Rebellion era, the Dark Times.
Okay.
Then I hit a reset button, got it to a point, and then flashed back to the Clone War era. And that's what we're currently running. And so it's like this build-up. And as a long-term storyteller, as I like to think of myself in pen and paper role-playing, you don't just throw this stuff out and see what sticks at a wall.
Yeah.
And that's what I felt like you said, is like nobody outlined the thing. Nobody said, oh, well, this leads to this in the final moment, in the denouement of the entire trilogy here. This is what's going to feed it. And you could tell. You could tell in the dialogue. You could tell in the characterizations. And that's the big one for me, is the characterizations. Because when we were kids, we had little action figures, and you had the cards, and you'd flip it over, and you'd look at all the people on there, and all the characters you didn't even see in the movie, but you knew who Han Solo was.
Yeah.
You knew within about 3 lines of dialogue who Lando Calrissian was. You knew who Leia was. You knew what these motivations were. And for me, the new trilogy was, I don't know who any of these people are. I know she's the good girl. He's the good guy. He's the friendly droid. They're the bad guys because they're wearing the bad stuff. But I don't know why. And to this day, I still don't know why. For me, like the Empire, you knew who the Empire was. And they gave you enough to inform you, oh, there was this Clone War, there was this, and the Emperor came up, and Darth Vader, and these things. I didn't know why Kylo Ren. I didn't know why Snoke. I didn't know why the First Order. And for me, I still don't know why.
Yeah.
And I even watched Filoni's Resistance, I think, the animated series.
Yeah, the follow up to that.
Hoping to find out, and I couldn't stick with it because it was like, I don't get it. I need something to inform me here, and it didn't do that. So
Stories are, I think, very important to us. I think, goes without saying, but I mean, I remember when I was a kid, I got like an entire set, my mom got me an entire set of X-Men trading cards. And up until then, I had never read about the X-Men.
Yeah.
So I had all these characters like, okay, I know that guy, I know Wolverine, I know that one, Cyclops. I didn't know all of these ancillary characters over the years. And it educated me entirely. I didn't need an encyclopedia. We didn't have the internet at that time. Trading cards were the internet, and I just fell in love with these characters just by reading all this. And even if I just got a number 297 comic book, I knew enough about all the characters prior to be able to recognize who was who.
Right.
See, that's a great thing about like when we grew up is like you would look up things like through different means, not through a keyboard, but you'd look it up, find it out, fall in love with the character, the story, and then just be hooked for life, because you mentioned Star Wars, like, they had, the character bios on the back cards.
Yeah.
You would know who the Imperial dignitary was who was in there for like 2 seconds. Who's the guy in the purple robes? Oh, his action figure says he's got a long life. Yeah.
I much rather would have had Princess Leia. Grandma bought me Imperial Dignitary, so okay, this is the figure I have, but now I know who he is.
He's a rockin' dude and a senator that's never getting not elected. Strom Thurmond of the Imperial of the Imperial Empire.
Yeah, he'd probably be ISB. He'd be intelligence.